there! This is Mike with Mana Bluff, and we're doing some Theros. It's on Magic Online. I'm excited. This is fun. We want to be doing things. Alright, so there's a couple things my eyes immediately go to. Oh, silly me. Totally forgot to say this is actually kind of, it's not quite a team draft. You will notice later on that Ryan, RJH, is actually in the queue with me. Oh, look at him right over there. So maybe we'll get to play him. Maybe we'll see how he ends up doing. Already at 30 seconds left, so I should get to what's actually important. Hythonia the Cruel, the mythic one. She is just awesome. You get to 6. Yeah, the Gorgons are sweet. This one with Death Touch can't be killed. Once it gets monstrous, you win. Sealock Monster is pretty good too. Not quite as good as the promo. That's the Kraken. Alternatively, this is foil, and that's really the first thing I saw. I would like to get back actually any of the blue, or I'll take that. This is probably the Sealock Monster is probably second, and then the Prescient Chimera is probably third in terms of what you want to be picking. That being said, what I could be doing here is cutting black. Dark Betrayal really isn't all that signally. Sure, it'll be good against me, but I could just cut the Disciple of Phoenix and put myself into being the solo black drafter. That being said, it's okay. It's really good because of Devotion. Not all too great otherwise. What else we got? Favorite Hoplite if we want to start being in the heroic type deck? Not necessarily. Like, these are the kind of cards that you want. And you put the 1/1 counter on it if you start getting the heroic type things. But I passed the red one. That's okay. Otherwise, another Prescient Chimera, which is awesome. This flyer is really sweet. You know what? Let's just start cutting black and see if that gets us anywhere. Well, we can sip Hemlock, and really that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. This is okay. By okay, I mean it's good. You potentially dig through 10% of your deck with it. That's based on the 40 cards. You're digging through more than that because you're not playing it when you have 0 with 40 cards in the deck. That being said, just straight up removal spell is exactly what we want. What else? This pack is not all too great. Thassa's Bounty eventually get you there, but Sip of the Hemlock is what I want. And choices. Rescue from the Underworld. You get your crazy loops going on with your Gray Merchants. Return Phalanx is just good. Just the 3/3 defender is pretty good, especially if you're also in blue. This card is pretty bonkers. Farika's Mender. More Gorgons the better, right? I like myself Gorgons. Is Rescue from the Underworld slightly better though than the free? This is good if I end up getting Great Merchants and stuff with Devotion. This is just slightly better in itself. And it looks like I'm going that black route, so I'm going to take the Farikas. Oh, and then I end up getting... I said I was going to take the Farikas. I'll take the Rescue from the Underworld, and I end up getting the Farika's Mender. So I'm actually just going to take it there. Other things, there was the Wild Celebrants, which is pretty sweet. And not other much particularly exciting. Sip the Hemlock. If I'm getting to 6, this is going to do it. Then again, my curve, I don't have anything below 4 at this point. So a Fellhide Minotaur is going to be pretty sweet. Will I end up getting these? Probably. That being said, that's a really late Sip of the Hemlock, and I think I just have to take it there because it is just that good. Now, the second color that I can start moving into, I mean, a 3/3 fire for 5, if I want to start being in white, this is pretty sweet. And this is pretty late for this kind of thing. Flying Vigilance is awesome. And I think I might just take it. Spark Jolt, not quite what I want to be doing. Plus, 1 toughness isn't all that exciting. And a Sealock Monster, that comes back around, so I have a feeling blue might be open as well, because that was my original pack. No. This will be my original pack. But that's still surprising nonetheless. Because if nothing else, it's just a 5-power blocker, and then there's not much more that you need to do to get to monstrosity. Yeah. Alright, so if I'm gonna be in blue, this is gonna be pretty sweet. I do want these Guardians of Meletis though to be able to get me there, but I'll take the return phalanx because this gives me hope that I might be in blue. That being said, I'll still play this if I'm not in blue as well. Well, now which one's better? The hopeful Eidolon for the white with his bestow shenanigans, or the Guardians of Meletis? And then again, there's just Dark Betrayal in general. That's 2 Dark Betrayals we've seen. Clearly no one else is in black, so it's going to be good against me. I'm feeling the Guardians, really, at this point. Bronze Sable, I might just take it just because I need low drops right now. Man, I'm thinking the Eidolon might have been the pick. I really want this. These have proven to be pretty hard to deal with. What do I want to hit least? I'm least excited about that. Yoke Dogs. That, I don't care, they can fight over it. I'm not going to be playing green. I might end up in white with these cards that I've gotten. This is really not particularly exciting. But, like I said, maybe the Eidolon was the better pick, but in what I've seen, just that 6 toughness on turn 3 is just so hard to get through. You have to end up wasting a removal spell on it, and it never feels good. Well, I'm not one to turn down the value. So a Thoughtseize is pretty sweet here. And I think I might just end up taking it. I won't play Thoughtseize because it's okay in limited. It's not particularly exciting. Then again, I want to jam as many of these as I possibly can down my deck. I would go black double splash for this thing because this thing is nasty. But Thoughtseize is going to have to be the pick because Thoughtseize. Wow. Choices. Ember Swallower is awesome. I love. If you get to monstrosity with this thing, blow up their lands. I'm not in red though. I could see this actually putting me into red and going away from these other cards. But you could easily have a Farika's Cure, which actually I might end up taking. Someone else can have this Ember Swallower. Or do I just go, does this put me into red here? Because if this is getting past, the person probably wasn't in red. Yeah, I can't just turn down that raw power level there. Oh, into a Lightning Strike? Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take Lightning Strike. So, black-red. Cool. Black-red. I could potentially splash this if I get another Burning Heart, but I'm definitely not blue. Then this card's still going to be good. The 3/3 Defender on turn 2, even if I can't attack with it. It's better, of course, if I can attack, but there we go. Actually, show all. Hide. Oh, Triad of the Fates. Yeah, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this here because I'm splashing white anyway, potentially. Alternatively, I could just splash the red for the Lightning Strike. Yeah, permanent answer to certain cards. It is 4, but hey, it gets there. And man, I want to get these hopeful Eidolons. Alright, here is where I'm starting to not be as excited because there's nothing that I want. I could play a Viper's Kiss. Prevents monstrosity. Yeah, it's pretty good, and there's probably going to be a someone doing monstrous. Dauntless Onslaught. If I take this, it hurts the deck trying to do heroic type things. And again, actually, that's the Scholar here. I'm going to be playing white. This is going to be how I'm going to win long games. Ooh, and multiple choices. I like the Baleful Eidolon. This card it's been a lot better than I thought it was going to be. over time, so I guess I'm not playing Ember Swallower. I'll splash Lightning Strike, but I'm not playing Ember Swallower. God's Willing is awesome, but the Baleful Eidolon is really sweet. Just put it on my Guardians of Meletis and it's just a wall that they cannot get through. Oh, cool. I'll take this Gorgon too. I'll take all of the Gorgons. I'm at 5, so my 5 drops are kind of at their capacity. So I need to lower my curve a fair bit. And the Last Breath will do that kind of thing. Swan Song, I think it's worth a couple tickets, but I'm not particularly excited. Do I want another just 2, 3 drops that will get me there, a removal spell for something? There's a lot of 2 power or less things that I'd like to get rid of, but I think I'll probably need creatures a little bit more. Traveler's Amulet, perfect. Is where I want to be. Don't have that many humans. Facilitates the splash. Ordeal of Heliod. I don't care about gaining those 2 lives, so I want another 4-drop for the Disciple. I haven't seen a Grey Merchant, so it makes me think I'm probably not going to end up getting one. Such a long game. Grey Merchant. Oh. How sweet is that going to be? Or just a Divine. I'll take a Divine Verdict here. Kind of unfortunate that I didn't pick up the other Disciple because I've got another Divine Verdict there, but 'tis the way things happen. So I'm gonna have to lower my curve a little bit more. I would like 2 more 2-drops, even if one's a return Phalanx, that's fine. I need some more 3-drops. I'll take even 3 more Guardians of Meletis. Oh, Hopeful Eidolon. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. So this deck's actually ended up turning out. Hide the Ember Swallower, unfortunately. I'll have to go back and remember kind of what I picked instead, or what I could have picked instead of the Ember Swallower. I hope it wasn't something super exciting, but nonetheless, someone took a land over the priest. Cool. This is shaping up to be pretty sweet. Just 1 Grey Merchant, and you know I'm in the good. I got a lot of double black. I mean, I have to survive to get to the late game, of course, but you know, this could happen. This could happen. Spear of Heliod. Well, the first mode, creatures I control get +1/+1 isn't going to be doing all that much, but it kills everything. And, you know, I think I just have to take it here. Otherwise, nothing all too excited. Last Breath, sure, but the Spear is definitely the easy pickup here. What can I see coming back around? Maybe this will come back. So 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe. Unknown Shores. That might get Last Breath, a Stymied Hopes, or a Ray of Evolution back. That's fine. I'll take the sideboard card on the come back around. And well, Tormented Hero. This is not going to be all that good in my deck. It's a 2/1. It's just a 2/1 that things happen. I'd much rather probably have maybe a Last Breath or a God's Willing. God's Willing is probably going to be a little bit better. I mean, these kind of effects are main deckable just because of the, you know, Baleful Eidolons, the Hopeful Eidolons that are in this set. So I'm picking a white card here. I'm just not entirely sure. Do I want a Ray of Dissolution, which I'm probably going to make deck of God's Willing, or I'll take the God's Willing into Akron Horse. I don't know if the horse is good. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I'm tempted to kind of try it. Just give my opponent a defender and I just get 1/1s. Well, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Really what I'm looking at is this Opaline Unicorn. It facilitates the splash. A land and Skycaster just to lower my curve. Griptide is always nice. These effects are always sweet. I could see myself just lowering the curve. Yeah, let's do that there. I'm just gonna lower my curve. And here's a place where Read the Bones is gonna be cool, but actually Pharika's Cure is slightly better because I'll take the removal spell any day. Removal spell any day, sounds good. Equal to my devotion. Probably not gonna have a high devotion to white. But Pharika's Cure, another Leonin Sky thing would be nice. But not today. Psychic Intrusion. I don't know. Thoughtseize, I'm not playing, so let's hide it. 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops. I only have 3 3-drops. And this can easily be hidden. I'm not particularly. I don't want to play both Divine Verdicts. I will. Maybe Viper's Kiss. Viper's Kiss sideboard. I don't necessarily want another one of those. Or do I want a Flying First Striker? I'll take the Flying First Striker actually for my 4-drop slot, which is meh. I think the pick here is easily the Ordeal of Erebos because it's foil and otherwise nothing else. Oh, a 3-drop, a 3/2 for 3. Perfect. I didn't see that first. Another Scholar or a Fleshmad Steed. I'm gonna go with another Scholar. My games are gonna go late. That's how I built the deck to do. That's or what the deck is gonna end up doing. Satyr Piper. That's tempting, but it's a last breath. Oh, should have been a Satyr Piper. Oh, see, these are the kind of things I thought. Ray of Dissolution. There we go. Rescue from the Underworld. I don't see anything particularly exciting going on with it, so I'm probably not. I'm gonna hide it. Yoked Ox. Just get my early D up. I gotta make a bunch of cuts here. Oh, cool. I ended up getting the Unicorn. Wow. I'm getting all of the cards that I want to get. Disciple. Peak Eruption. Okay. Looks like I'm actually kind of a white, almost a white weenie style deck. Let's hide that flyer. It's not exciting. Because I want to be getting up to this much mana, because this will get there. So, Tormented Hero. I mean, it's a 2/1, right? It is 2 power for 1 mana. But it's not what my deck wants to be doing. In all honesty, I might even be able to cut, say, Traveler's Amulet, cut Lightning Strike, just go straight up red-black. But this is going to just provide me so much more than what. I mean, I do have this kind of removal going on, and with that being there, you know, my white weenie strategy might not be all that bad. Well, I'll see you after deck building, see kind of what I come up with. Alright, well, I'm back. This is actually the way I'm going to play this build. I don't want to play Thoughtseize because I could side it in if I know that there's something particular scary in there, like their 4 or 5-drop slot, but otherwise, I might not. Sure, I'll hit something every single time, but might not be particularly exciting, so I'm really not excited to play it in limited solely for value. Let's put the Divine Verdict down here. I've got a lot of these removally type things. So I've got my removal on a stick, quite literally, which is awesome. So I don't know. I don't know if the 2 Scholars is what I should be playing. I mean, the 4 Toughness is going to be good, and that the grindiness will get me there, which is awesome. So I do want to end up getting up to here and just being that kind of grindy deck, which is sweet. Which makes me think maybe I do want 2 Divine Verdicts, Last Breath for their 2 power guy, which is not particularly exciting. I have ways to deal with it, so it's kind of a meh. The second Divine Verdict, the question I already had about it. The Yoked Ox, okay, I get it down on turn 1, sure, but otherwise, I have the Guardians of Meletis, which are going to provide that kind of function for me. God's Willing. So let's move that over here. God's Willing. I mean, this is going to be sweet, and I'll side it in against the super removal type deck. The red deck that has like 3 lightning strikes, but they're probably going to be doing pretty well otherwise. So I'll side it in there, but otherwise, these cards I just like better. Tormented Hero, not necessarily what I'm going to want to be doing. When it comes down to it, it's just a 2/1. I'm not going to be targeting that. I don't have things to target it with. Spells to target it with, so I'm not going to be targeting it, and these are just better. I mean, the Sable, sure. This slightly pumps my devotion count compared to, like, say, the Sable, which actually might even be a reason why I want to do it, but, later on in the game, the Sable is just better than a Tormented Hero because it enters the battlefield untapped. So I'm not going to be that aggressive, so it doesn't matter. Rescue from the Underworld, I don't really have shenanigans that are going to be going on with it, so what? I just get my creature and another thing back. Cool. I mean, I have my removal on a stick for that. I've got removal on a stick for that. I've got the Lightning Strike of Farika's Cure, a Divine Verdict, and the 2 Sip of Hemlocks when I get to the later game, which I hope that I'm going to be doing. I like this actually because I have a feeling I'll be able to pay that Regenerate a fair amount of times. Plus, I'm going to be doing these kind of shenanigans, the Scholar. To get me there, maybe I'll hold this in my hand as maybe a finisher. I get a couple things down and be able to swing in. This is another one I'm kind of meh about, but I don't know what I would necessarily cut. Like, I could cut actually just Ray of Dissolution. I could put that in place of the Mogus Marauder because it's not going to be doing all that much. But 2 power, 2 toughness. Eventually it's going to be a thing. And who knows? Maybe Triad of the Fates plus Mogus Marauder becomes a thing. So I'll do it. Let's sort by color. Slightly more black, but I do have the double white for the spear. I do have the Opaline Unicorn, which is going to help out, and the Traveler's Amulet. So I'm thinking just 2 red, 2 red, and then 8/8. Oh, no. 8 black, 7 white. It's 15, 2 red. Seems good to me. See what Moto suggests. No. Done. Looks good. Traveler's Amulet, be able to fetch me up a mountain, or whatever. Opaline Unicorn, be able to fetch me up a mountain. So it's technically like I have 4 red sources, or, 4 red sources, all these black. And then if I can, slightly ramp. The only thing that would have been sweeter that I would have played easily instead of the Opaline Unicorn in the 3-drop slot would be the Burnished Elk, which, it's kind of sad that when I don't have those, the one that fetches the basics, and they just come into play. That would have been sweet. But let's see how this ends up doing.